Hi there, I'm Jordan, and welcome to Kitchen Witch, where everyday magic can happen right here in the kitchen. Since Thanksgiving is coming around the corner, today I'm going to teach you how to make an intimate Thanksgiving dinner. If you have a smaller family, or you're thinking you want to have a mini get-together with your friends, I'm going to teach you how to make a smaller scale-sized Thanksgiving dinner. But I can't do this on my own. Today I've invited a special guest to be part of my cooking. Please let me introduce my friend, my mentor, and my father, Matt Van Ryn. Come on in. This is my father.
Welcome, and hello, and I can't wait to help Jordan on this episode of Kitchen Witch.
Yeah, and what are you going to be working on, Dad?
So what we're going to work on today is a special stuffing recipe that has been in our family for several generations now, and I'm also going to give you the inside tip on how to make the best 3-bean casserole.
And I'm going to work on the roaster chicken, and let's get started, okay?
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Here are the ingredients you'll need to make this dish.
Hi there, I'm Matt, I'm Jordan's dad, and I'm going to help out in this special, intimate Thanksgiving episode of Kitchen Witch. Well, the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to share with you our family's special stuffing recipe. Now this recipe goes back to at least my great-grandmother, so it's 5 generations old, although my mother made a couple changes to the original recipe. But let's get started. First, we season the pan with some olive oil and garlic. Use the back of your spoon to spread the garlic out to cover the whole pan. We're going to saute onion, celery, sweet red pepper, raisins, and sweet Italian sausage to add to the stuffing. We're going to use stovetop as our base for the stuffing. Originally, my grandmother and great-grandmother used to use regular breadcrumbs. They would add some chicken bouillon, and they would add some garlic to season the breadcrumbs. But stovetop has done that for us, and those seasonings are already built in. So we'll take this shortcut while still being true to the family recipe. First, we'll cut a red bell pepper in half and clean it out. First, I'll flatten it out. Then I'll cut the pepper into thin slices and dice the pepper into small bite-sized chunks. Now we add the diced red peppers to the pan. Next, we'll slice a few stalks of celery lengthwise and then dice those too. When you're finished, add the celery to the pan. Stir it all up to make sure you coat the ingredients with the oil and garlic. Now we cut an onion in half, peel back the skin, and cut the onion into thin slices. When you're done slicing about a half a cup, then you mince the onion into small pieces. Add the onion to the pan. Stir in the onion and coat that too. Turn the heat to low and let it simmer. Now we'll add the almonds. Take a handful of almonds, put them into a Ziploc bag, and then crush them with a can or a glass jar. You want nice sized chunks that look like this. Pour the almonds into the pan and stir to add them to the mix too. Slice the sausage lengthwise and peel back the outer casing. Break up the sausage into chunks with your fingers and add it to the pan. I like to add 2 small boxes of raisins. They plump up nicely in the pan. Shake some garlic powder into the pan, about a tablespoon or so. You can chop the sausage into smaller bites with the side of your spoon while you're mixing. What's great about using sweet pepper and sweet raisins, but then using an Italian sausage, is that it has sweet flavor and it has savory flavor from the sausage. Now that we have all the ingredients in the pan, we'll turn this up to medium and cook for about 5 minutes. Now we uncover the pan and everything looks nicely cooked. The sausage is not pink and the onions are translucent. You can see how the veggies have softened up. Turn off the heat and take it off the burner. Next, get a large pasta pot with a lid. So what we do is, since we're using 2 packages today, we're going to double the recipe on the box. So that means we will use 3 cups of water and a half a cup of butter, and we'll bring those to a boil in our big pot. Now pour the 2 packages of stuffing into the pot. Turn off the heat and we'll give it a really good mix. Once the stuffing is all wet, we add the cooked ingredients. Then cover the pot and let it sit for 5 minutes, while Jordan teaches you how to roast a chicken.
To get started, bring your chicken over to the sink. Take a knife and use it to break open the bag to take the chicken out. When you've taken out your chicken, stand it up carefully and reach inside to find giblets. It's kind of strange that Thanksgiving is the only holiday where it's socially acceptable to fist a bird's corpse. After you're done, then you rinse the bird to get rid of the bacteria. See that little white plastic thing? That's a thermometer, and it pops up when the chicken is finished. When you're done rinsing, shake the bird gently if any water comes out. Then place it in the cooking pan. Stand it up straight again. We're going to add some garlic and some oregano to give the inside of our chicken some flavor. Turn your pan sideways. Take a spoonful of butter to put on your chicken, then start giving your bird the butter treatment. Like a nice massage treatment for the bird filled with butter. This is the butter treatment. Don't be afraid to add more butter while you're massaging your chicken. It's important to get it sticky and moist. Yes! 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 Okay, I'm joking. I'm just messing around. Witches do not like dirty humor. Only bad witches like dirty humor.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
No, I'm somewhere in between, actually. Once you're done coating every inch of your chicken, now it's time to use your herbs and seasonings. I'm gonna add some garlic powder, some minced onions, some thyme, a touch of oregano, marjoram leaves, a sprinkle of paprika, another sprinkle of rosemary, and a sprinkle of white sage. Flip your chicken over and do the same on the other side. Next, we're going to stand it up again so we can fill the inside with our sausage raisin stuffing. This is what will make our roast chicken taste absolutely delicious. Now your chicken is ready for the oven. Preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Get half a cup of water and pour it into the pan. This will prevent the chicken from sticking. However, olive oil is optional. Now the bird is ready to go in the oven. A kitchen witch will not put her food, not until she has her oven gloves. Just a little tip, if you have a smaller oven, I would suggest putting some of your food on the upper shelf of the oven instead of the bottom. That way, some of it wouldn't be too close to the heater. You don't want your food to burn by accident. Now we're going to roast this bird at 450 for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes have passed, we're going to turn down the heat to 350 and bake it for 2 hours. Pour your remaining stuffing in a big oven bowl and wrap the top with tin foil to keep it warm. This will also bake in the oven. Now that I've shown you how to roast a chicken, let me turn you over to my dad, where he will give you special tips on how to make a string bean casserole.
Okay, so thank you, Jordan. And now let me show you my special tips for how to make a really good string bean casserole. First, we're going to butter the pan. Take a big tablespoon of soft butter and don't be afraid to use your hands to rub it all into the corners and the sides, and make sure you cover the pan completely. This will prevent the casserole from sticking. First, we're going to use some French's crispy onions. Cooking instructions for the casserole are on the back. First ingredient is Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. So first, I'm going to take a large can of the mushroom soup. I'm going to put that into a large mixing bowl so we have lots of room to mix the ingredients together. Mushroom soup, doesn't that look good? Not really. Next, we're going to open up a bag of French cut green beans. These are frozen and there's some ice in the beans, so we rinse them under the water to wash off the ice. We'll add our extra beans. You see how they're a little lighter than the others? We're going to rinse off the ice so that doesn't make our casserole wet and soupy. We're going to shake this and drain the water. Next, I'm going to cut open another container of the crispy onions. I'm going to put those in and I'm going to mix it all together. Take a couple handfuls of the green beans. Now what I like to do is I like to have extra ingredients available. So if it looks too wet, I can add more crispy onions, and if it looks too dry, I can add a little more soup. Now you keep mixing until everything is really well coated and it almost starts to look like bread dough or like pizza dough. You see how well mixed that is? I want to make this a little more oniony, so that looks a little wet to me, so I'm adding a little bit more of the crispy onions. Now we pour the mix into the buttered baking pan. Make sure you press it into all the corners and even it out. Now we take more of the crispy onions, we crumble them up, you crumble them up in your hand and you sprinkle them, and you make a lovely coating on top of the casserole, and this is going to cook until it turns a golden brown. Doesn't that look great?
Thanks very much for this streaming casserole, and let me do the honors. Oh yeah. Since we put the chicken in an hour ago, they're gonna finish together in about 2 hours. Now let's just relax and wait for the magic to happen. Now while we're gonna wait for our chicken to cook, I'm gonna explain to you why my family uses chicken instead of turkey. Because here's the thing, the reason why my family uses chicken instead of turkey, because it's a lot smaller and easier and accessible for 3 to 4 people to eat. And especially it's moist and juicy and a lot less dry than a damn turkey, because a damn turkey takes up too much room, especially for 3 to 4 people, because they're not going to eat all of this turkey by themselves. It's meant to be for even bigger family gatherings. So that's why we choose chicken instead. But the other reason we are choosing not to use turkeys is because every day turkeys constantly get chosen for this holiday, and they have to die and get brutally fisted and cooked and baked, all for our human consumption. But you don't have to do that. We can make a change and give turkeys a peaceful, happy future where they don't have to be chosen to get cooked on Thanksgiving. So remember, dial 1-800, save a turkey, save a life. Now 2 hours have passed, and from the looks of it, it looks like our Thanksgiving feast is about ready for our guests, and let's see how they've turned out. Oh my God, it feels hot. Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Now, isn't that a perfect bird? Now let's get the others. Come on. There's our string bean casserole.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's right, Dad.
And you can put, this is the extra stuffing.
Right in the middle of our stuffing. And it looks like our Thanksgiving feast is ready to eat. So, let's plate the dish, and happy Thanksgiving! The recipe for this dish appears in the description below. Give it a try and let me know how you did in the comments below. Good luck and happy cooking! Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and be sure to stay tuned for part 2 of our intimate Thanksgiving special where I make everybody's favorite dessert. And if you want to learn more cooking lessons, be sure to hit that button and subscribe to my channel. So until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Happy cooking!